Oh, it's always exciting to get started and kind of get back in the groove and out here on the turf. So, super excited about our group this year. I think we're gonna have a great year.
So you obviously lost a few guys, and especially a really great lineman to you.
Absolutely.
Just what kind of battles are going on right now with just a short amount of weeks until the first game?
Well, I mean, there's battles all over the field with just trying to win a spot, and got some great competition going on. Secondary, defensive secondary, some serious battles going on back there, and it's just exciting seeing kids evolve and mature and improve. So.
How do you take last year's heartbreak and leaving that in the past, but also taking some of it and building off of it and being able to grow off of that?
Well, yeah, and we talk about that a lot about just you know worry about things we can control, and we can learn from the past, but we can't do anything about it. It's behind us and it's done, and you know we try to focus more on what's in front of us than what's behind us, with learning those lessons along the way.
So, has there been any guys that have come to you and been like, "This is kind of the goals that I'm setting for the team"? Or is there goals that you have went to them and kind of set for them?
Well, I think a big goal for us is as a team would be to get back in the third round. We'd like to go deep into the playoffs. Last year was great. We had a big win over at Coweta, in the first round, and then we ran into a buzzsaw in Carl Albert, in the second round. But we'd love to get deep into the playoffs again, and we all feel like we're very capable.
So, what are you leaning on most this year? What's kind of going to be your strong suit, just with this team?
Well, I mean, my coaching staff. I feel like we got a great coaching staff, and last year we had a first year. Our offensive coordinator was his first year, and I think we're going to be that much better with Corey being in his second year, and so super excited about that, and just leaning on senior leadership that needs to emerge.
And offensively, you've got some guys back at least,
Yeah,
just
oh yeah.
some good talent. So, tell me just about that and how you're able to keep what was happening last year and being able to have more experience this year with that.
Yeah. We got some guys returning up front. We got some pretty good size on our football team this year. We've got our quarterback returning, Skyler, first sophomore, you know, quarterback we've ever had start for the entire season as a sophomore. So he's coming back, very experienced. And then we've got Scott Rigby at running back, who split time last year and rushed for 1,100 yards, and now he's going to be getting the bulk of those carries. And so he's going to be a junior this year, and so we're super excited.
Last question for me is on the other side, you don't have a lot of experience in the secondary. So how are you trying to get those guys to kind of grow up a bit, if you will, in showing that experience and inexperience? Hopefully not.
Well, yeah, and it's just the great thing about the inexperience we have in the back end is there's a lot of competition, and competition brings out the best in players, and so with that competition, we're seeing a lot of improvement.
You mentioned youth that you have
Hmm.
and the process of trying to get senior leadership to rise up to a level of being a leader and what the level of expectations are for the program overall. If you're not naturally a vocal leader, how do you as a coaching staff try to pull that out of them?
Well, I mean, we have conversations with them, and we talk to them about that you have that credibility of hard work. I mean, you have to have credibility to be a leader. Otherwise it's just noise. And so we kind of target those players that we feel like have earned the right to be leaders, and just try to encourage them to be more vocal, and you are who you are. If vocal people are vocal and non-vocals are non-vocal, but we try to just bring those traits out of them, and because you got to have vocal leaders on a football team.
Is it about finding a good balance of the ones that are vocal and yet the ones that are just go out and no, I'll just show you, and
Right.
that's
Oh,
the example
absolutely.
they lead.
Absolutely. And the show use that you just mentioned is vital. I mean, that's incredibly important, that we have guys that just you know um, you know their actions speak louder than their words, and that's where we talk to them about just being credible and being consistent.
You move on from another worldly wide receiver, so guys now have the opportunity to kind of step up in his absence. What does that group look like overall?
Great, great. You can't replace Hudson Henslick. I mean, he's one of the most productive players we've ever had at Collinsville. But man, we've got some guys that are really running great routes, catching the ball well, and a year more into our new system on offense, and so we're doing great.